Hey everybody, I'm on here just for a few seconds because it is way past my bedtime. But I was up talking to my daughter and her friend, and y'all can see some of the short clips that we took on there. They're going to be joining me one day, and we're going to chat it up for you guys to listen to, asking a whole bunch of questions, different questions about different things. Today, for me, was a very good day. I went and got my hair detoxed and redone. So that was nice. You can also see a clip of my beautician. She does a really, really good job. And like I said, I was kind of shocked because this is um, a shop full of white girls, but they are my buddies. I love them to death. They be having me cracking up. So one day I'm gonna do a podcast in their shop. We talked about it a little bit, and I think it'll be cool. Um, but the main reason I jumped on here is because, like I said on an earlier one that I recorded, is that I want to clear up some things because a lot of times after a breakup, a guy can get it twisted like that we're doing all this stuff to make them jealous or to make them notice. And most of the time, that's not the case. We do all this stuff to make ourselves feel better because you didn't say something or you didn't trigger something in us, you know. And said something that we know is not true, but still is messing with our mental because you said it and we trusted you. We trusted you to be honest. We trusted you to protect our heart. And it's something that you didn't do, you know? So, in order to make ourselves feel better, that's when we go out and we try to lose the weight or we get our hair done or nails done. And plus, we're back on the market, you know? So, ain't no guys gonna step to us looking crazy. Not at all. And I must say, once I start getting my hair done and doing different stuff, I've had all type of offers. I have options, and it feels good to have options. But right now, I'm just taking it slow. I mean, talking to them and flirting with them, that's fine. But that's as far as I'm willing to go right now. I'm not finna jump into something because I'm missing somebody or because I'm trying to get that person off my mind. That's one thing about women. We don't do that. You know, we grieve that relationship. So a lot of men try to tell us, oh, you coming to us about something your ex boyfriend did. Yeah, you might bring up some red flags or trigger something, but 9 times out of 10, nah, baby, it's your ass. It's simply you. Because guess what? If you hadn't have did that trigger, I would not even be thinking like that. You know? If you don't do stuff to set that off, I'm not gonna accuse you of something just because my ex man did it. No, you had to do something to make that seem familiar to me in order for me to say something, you know? Like, hey, hold up. You know, I done been down this road before and I'm not trying to go back down it. Just as simple as that. But other than that, if you don't throw off no red flags and you don't make us try to relive something we've been through, you're good. Now, as far as moi, because like I always say to y'all, I'm going to talk about myself before I talk about anybody else. Um, it's just throughout all my years, I've been through a lot, you know, just about everything a man could do or was going to do. I already seen the signs of it, you know. Um, already know that it's coming. So I can't say that I was too shocked this time. Was I a little bit upset about it? Yeah, because I trusted him enough to think that he would never do that to me. You know, we women, we can't say never. We just can't because, like I said, out of the blue, out of the blue. I never thought that this man would ever just stop talking to me. I thought we would at least be friends, and we're not even friends um, for whatever reason. And I can't sit around and wait on that reason. Not my black self. Nope. Nope. I got to live my life. That's what I'm going to do. I got to keep on being me, the authentic me, the me I was before I met him, just a little bit better, a little bit more, a whole lot more elevated and a better person than I was before I met him because he did teach me some things. He taught me that I could love again because all my ex before him, only all except for my kid's father, I was not in love with them. I can't say that I was because when we broke up, it didn't even phase me. When we broke up, I just went on about my day, didn't even, no, it didn't phase me. I didn't even know that I was in love with him until we broke up. And that's how much I wasn't in love with people because I didn't know I was in love with him until after we broke up. When we broke up and he was no longer there and I felt his absence, then that's when I knew that I love this man and I would do anything for this man. But, I was willing to sit down and talk to him and work it out, even though we said bad things to each other out of hate, out of, being upset and him just trying to get me to leave him alone, because he know he was finna go do some fuckboy shit. And like I always tell the ladies out there, you know, be mindful when you messing with a guy and he just got out of a relationship fresh. Because 9 times out of 10, you are the rebound. You're the rebound whether he goes back to that woman or whether he chooses a different woman to go to. You are not gonna be the woman for him. He's just using you to get over the woman he just left or she just left, whatever the case may be. And that's just the bottom line, just like for us women, the next guy, some women don't wait. And the reason why I'm waiting is because the next guy that I meet, he might very well be the one for me. So I don't want to use him as a rebound guy. You know, I don't want to take the chance of missing out on a blessing um, because I'm messed up in the head. So I rather go through what I'm going through, get through it, and that way when God sends me, the Most High sends me somebody, I can love him in the proper way. You know, like I said, be it if it's my ex, be it if it's another ex, or if it's somebody new. You know, you never know who's God gonna bring back to you, because when a person leaves your life, you never know how God is working on them. You can think that they having a good time, or just because they with another woman, they not thinking about you. Just take me for instance. My guy was with me for 2 years. We did a lot of stuff together. We went out of town together, first helicopter ride, first tattoos together, all type of stuff together. You think that man really not thinking about me? You think that he done totally washed me up out of his head, out of his mind, and out of his heart? And I didn't really do anything bad for real? I've always supported him. When he didn't have money, I always took up the slack, just like he took up the slack for me. I catered to his needs. I I did shit for him. So if a woman thinks that he has totally got me out of his mind and that he's not thinking about me, they crazy as hell. They crazy as hell. And I'm gonna tell y'all straight out, I don't know about nobody else, but I can toot my own horn, toot toot. I'm a hell of an act to follow. You know? Hell of an act. And that's because I know what I bring to the table. You know? I know what I bring. And I know my worth. You know? I know that I'm not going to settle for a man cheating. I'm not going to settle for a man disrespecting me. I'm not going to settle for most of the stuff that women will settle for just to have a man. I'd rather be by my damn self. And that's the truth because, hey, I don't want to be disrespected. I don't want no man talking to me crazy. You know? I don't need a man beating on his chest talking about he's a grown ass man. I don't need that. You know? And that's how I knew my ex was changing. Because when we first got together, he never did that shit. He never told me, oh, I'm a grown ass man. He never told me that. You know what? He showed me that. He showed me that he was a grown ass man. And that's why I got with him and respected him, because I knew I was dealing with a grown ass man then. And somewhere down the line, stuff changed because he felt the need to have to say that. And grown men, men that are doing grown man things, one thing that'll never fall out of their mouth. And ladies, correct me if I'm wrong. Have you ever heard a grown ass man beat on his chest? I'm a grown ass man. No, you have not. I have not seen that, because they'll show you they're a grown ass man. They'll come in a relationship, they will lead you, they will do the right thing, they will pay bills, they will take you out, they will show you a good time, they will respect you and do anything that you need done. That's what a grown ass man is, fellas. It's not somebody that running around here ain't gonna pay no bills, ain't gonna pay shit. You're drinking, smoking weed all the time. You just not doing shit. You're not being productive. If you're not being productive, you're not grown. Because productive people are grown. They have responsibilities. They have to do stuff. They have to take care of their kids. A grown ass man is gonna take care of their kids. You know, that's what a grown ass man does. You know, for you to be running around here and you got three, four kids out there and you ain't doing nothing for none of them, and then you want to go around to the next woman, beat on your chest, talking about you grown. Nah, you ain't grown. You ain't grown. Nope. You might as well go back home to mama, especially if you're living in your mama's house. You're not grown. You're not. Now there is some grown men that have fell up on hard times and they are living with their mama. We gonna exclude them, you know. But grown ass men, they don't do that. They have their own car, they have insurance, they have bills that they're paying for, they taking care of their kids, all that. One thing I can say about my ex, he is a grown ass man because he does all that. But somewhere down the line, he lost that confidence in himself. And that's why he started beating on his chest saying it. Because at first, he didn't have to say that shit to me. I already knew it. What I already know don't need to be spoken. Just like I don't never tell him I'm a grown ass woman. He knows it just by my actions and what I do and how I carry myself. He already knows it, you know? And sad to say, they say you get lucky either one time or two times in your life. Barely, rarely do you get three. Okay? In my lifetime, I have met two grown ass men. My kid's father and him. And those probably are the only two men that I was ever in love with because of the way they carry themselves. Yeah, they had their flaws. Um, Not saying that they was perfect, but they were perfect for me, you know, and that's what matters. Um, would I have went the distance for this man? Yes, I would have. You know, would I have eventually opened up and we'd be running shit together and doing shit like that financially? Yes, probably so, you know, because I love both of those men unconditionally. And when you love somebody unconditionally, you go that extra mile for them. And ladies, you got to know what unconditionally means. It don't mean, okay, you fucked up. Now I'm not going to love you no more. I'm going to treat you different. No, it don't mean that. Loving somebody unconditionally is when you see their flaws and you see their fucked ups and you see them for who they are and you love them anyway. That's what that means. It don't mean, oh, I love you today, but tomorrow I might not. No, it means that I love you for who you are, what you are, and I don't care what nobody say about you, or I don't care what people try to tell me about you. I'm going to love you anyway. I'm going to be with you anyway. And that's the way I felt about those two men. You can say whatever about my kid's father. You can tell me he was doing whatever. But I know what this man is doing because he's telling me everything. He is honest with me. And that's one thing that made me love him so much. And my ex, the same way. Everything that he's out there doing right now, he was going to do it. Yo, no cap. Girl called my phone trying to tell me some stuff about him, trying to hurt my feelings. I told her straight out, I said, you know what? You cannot hurt my feelings. I don't care what he's doing right now. We are not together. So he can be fucking Mary Jane and Sue. I don't care. When he was with me, as far as I know, he wasn't doing it. I asked her, I said, did you see him in the 2 years that we was messing around? She goes, nah, you did that. I didn't see him. I said, I know you didn't because he was with me. He was with me or at work, at his mama's house, at the boat, or with his friend. That's where he was. Bottom line. So nothing you can say can hurt my feelings. You calling me trying to tell me all type of stuff about this man is not gonna bother me because I know who he is. I know him. I know what he will and what he won't do. You know, story short, she ended up upset and crying, trying to hurt my feelings. No, you can't hurt my feelings about him. I don't care if you knew him 10, 12, 13 years. Because if you knew him for that long, evidently you didn't take the time out to really get to know him and know who he was. Because I can tell you who he is. I can tell you what's going on with him. I can tell you, you know, right now he's mad at me. He's hurt. He's upset. He is thinking that if he comes back to me, everybody gonna think he's a fool. Or he's thinking that if he tries to come back to me, I'm gonna say hell no. He's thinking all these things. All these things is rushing through his head. He's thinking about it. He don't know what to do or what's up with me. The woman he with right now is probably giving him hell. It, he probably don't. I'm not going to even talk on it because I don't know what's going on, but I just know that if you jump in a relationship when you still in love with somebody, it's just not going to work out because you're going to always compare that person to the one you love. You're going to always do that. And like I said, when God made me, when the Most High made me, he broke the mold, okay? It can never be another me. Can be a carbon copy, but she will never be another me. She will never have my ideals. She will never have my drive. She will never have my energy, my wisdom, none of that. Because guess what? She didn't live my life. And that's all I'm going to say. She did not live my life. And my life, the good with the bad, is what made me the woman that I am. You know, my mama made me the woman that I am. And she damn sure didn't have my mama. My mama only got three girls. And my sisters, I'm gonna have them on here too, y'all, because you're gonna get a kick out of them, especially my baby sister. Yeah, my baby sister. My middle sister, Jennifer's my middle. Pamela is my baby sister. And I'm telling you, when all three of us get together, oh, it's lit. It's off the chain. But as I was saying, you know, nobody can never be you. It's just a fact, you know. They can act similar to you, but they can never be you because they didn't live your life. They didn't have your parents. They didn't have your grandma and your granddad. They didn't have your sisters, your brothers. All those people pour into you and make you who you are. You know, God, you know, they got God, but still, oh my God, we're unique. That's what I gotta say. And the same way with you men. Nobody can never be you. Nobody. When God made you, the Most High made you, broke the mold. They might look like you, but they ain't gonna act like you. They might favor you. They ain't gonna act like you. Might act a little like you, but they ain't gonna be the whole thing. They're not. They're not. So, what's going on with my podcast? We was trying to set everything up. The song is still not acting right, but I promise you, I'm gonna get it down packed, and y'all gonna be able to call in and talk to me soon. Um, and it's gonna go live. I haven't set my hours yet where I'm gonna be live for sure every day, but I'm gonna come up with it. We are gonna have guests on here. Um, just random people, you know, just somebody I know. Um, Eventually, I hope to get big enough where I can get some real people on. No, I'm not gonna say that. Where I can get some celebrities on here. Let's say that. Because I'm gonna have real people on here. Y'all just don't know them yet, but y'all will get to know them, and a lot of them are funny as hell. So I just want y'all to subscribe to my channel, check me out. I know it's way past my bedtime. I'm old but young. I'm old young, young old. But I just want to say that just what I said was just food for thought, um, basically on relationships. Guys, when we go through that breakup, most of the stuff we do after the breakup don't be no harm to y'all at all. Because I don't wish nothing bad on him. I hope he's doing good. I hope he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. I hope he took his money and start that lawn service because I don't know. I haven't talked to him. I don't know if he did it or if he didn't. I just hope he did the right thing just for him and his children, to secure their future. Um, I know I'm finna buy me a riding lawnmower, and I'm finna buy me a couple of lawnmowers and some weed eaters and a trailer. And then I'm gonna buy a used truck because I certainly don't want to put this trailer on my new truck. I just don't. Um, my friend, he's in the hospital right now, y'all. So I hope y'all pray for him. I'm praying for him. Um, I'm probably finna get off of here and call him and talk to him. But yeah, he had an accident at work and he's in the hospital. And I'm hoping he comes out fine. Because I really do like this guy. He's really sweet. Yeah, he's really sweet. Portuguese though. I don't know how they treat their women, but so far so good. Who knows? I never dated anybody from Portuguese. Because he's fine as hell and he looks young as hell, you know. So if y'all see me in the street with somebody that's a teenager, that might be my new man. Yep, if you see him pushing the truck, that might be my new man. So with that being said, I'm gonna get off of here. I'm sleepy. I'm finna go to sleep. I gotta do my invoices in the morning so I can get paid. Um, we got the truck going out. The hell, I think it's out right now. I forget where it's on its way to. I gotta look it up, but the truck has been going out on a daily basis. Y'all can rent a U-Haul truck from Jyoti's Closet. I'm asking you guys to go down there and check it out. It's really, really good. Good quality clothes, and they're cheap. You can, like I said, you can also get 5 diapers for $1.25 when you're out of diapers. We sell a little thing of wipes for about $1.25. So if you got 250, you can get you diapers to last you for the day or the next day, depending on how you use them or how they're using them. But we do have them. We do have packs of diapers that we're selling, um, that was left at my center and the kids didn't use them. The same thing with the clothes. The clothes all come from people who owed me money and didn't pay me my money. So I'm taking the clothes and making some type of little profit off of them to get my money back. But y'all, I'm in this shirt. I couldn't get in this shirt either. I'm breaking out all my clothes. Ah, 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 ah. And then, like I bought me some rompers. I didn't even know what they was, but this new guy, he seems to like rompers. He seems to think they're sexy. So I'm gonna try them out. I'm gonna wear them. Boop, 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 boop. I'm losing this weight. I just feel really good. Y'all gotta understand. And I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna get out of here. A year ago, before June 9th, 2025, I could barely walk 2 feet without getting tired, huffing and puffing, or my knee giving out. And that was it. Barely could walk it, you know? Um, After the knee surgery, um, I had a difficult time because I'm allergic to most medication. I'm gonna say all medication. The only medication I'm not allergic to is fentanyl and Motrin, and you can only get those two when you're in a hospital unless you're doing them out on the street. And I'm not about to become a drug addict. So, with that being said, I had to go through this pain. Oh, it was bad. I mean, and I think along the way, my ex might have lost some respect for me there because I was trying to take the pain pills. But every time I take the pain pills, like ibuprofen 800 gives me vertigo. The room spinning crazy, like out of control. Tylenol 3, same thing. Codeine, Vicodin, all them, I'm just throwing it right back up. When I say the Most High was cruel on me on that part, y'all, he was cruel because I can't take any pain medicine. So anything that I go through, like surgery or something like that, I go through it feeling all the pain. So it's my left knee, and I had to get that total knee replacement. Total, this leg was bow. That's how bad my knee was. And after that, it was hard me doing the all right, John, I'm gonna call you in a minute. Doing the rehab and stuff. It wasn't until now that I can walk in no pain. So when I started doing the walk um down one block and up, and I do that 4 times a day, now I can do it no problem. I'm walking. When I walk downstairs, I'm walking downstairs normal. I'm not doing that boom, step thing. I put my foot down there and then I put my other foot down there. I'm just surprising myself with my movement right now. And when I be working out, I'm like the workout is supposed to be 30 minutes. So I did 3 sessions this week. The first one I finished in 29.9. 29.9. The second one I finished in 26.4. Okay? The one today, the one today, oh, he got me because he switched it up real big time. You know? So I was doing more full body workouts. So I finished that one in 33 minutes. But I'm doing them. You know, and he's amazed by my rhythm and how fast I'm doing the workouts and how I'm doing them. And you know, I'm doing it, and I'm so proud of myself right now. I'm so proud of me because last year around this time I couldn't do anything. I was overweight, really, really overweight to the point of almost 300 pounds. When my ex met me, I was big as hell, and this man came into my life, and he didn't care that I was big as hell. He was there for me. You know, a lot of people try to say that he was using me for my money or he was doing this, but he practically paid for all his stuff. Like if he got money from me, he would pay me back. That's how he wanted to show everybody that he wasn't using me. He took me out on dates. He paid for all this stuff out of his pocket. He took me out at least 2 to 3 times a week. Whether it was going to get ice cream or going to the comedy show or just doing whatever. And then we used to go out of town. And I mean, we did a lot of stuff out of town, a whole lot of stuff. We did a lot of stuff together. And he did that for me. Used to give me massages, you know. Every once in a while he did my hair and my nails, but most part he used to just take me out, you know, because he realized with me working as hard as I do or the stuff that I'm doing, I don't go out that much, you know. It's all type of movies that I haven't even seen yet. If it wasn't a kiddie show, I hadn't seen it. So he would sit up and we would watch all these movies, even though he's seen them already. He would watch them like he never even seen them. He wouldn't tell me the ending, nothing, you know. And so that's why I say you can't tell me he don't love me. You just can't tell me that because I know that he does. And I don't care what he says out of his mouth. I don't care what he's saying right now, but the actions that he took towards me, the stuff that he did for me, there is a connection there that is so strong that I feel his energy. I can feel it when he's sad. I can feel it when he's having a good time. I can feel it. And it used to bother me, but now it don't bother me so much because that connection probably will always be there. Um, I don't know if we knew each other in a past life or something. I don't know, but it's just a strong connection. It really is. From the first day that I met him, um, and he said it too. It was like we already knew each other. You know, it wasn't like we had to get to know each other. We didn't argue too much. Um, Pretty much, I knew what he wanted before he even asked me for it. Same thing. You know, I'd be sitting up there thinking something and he'll come right in and he'll say it. You know, it used to creep me out. It used to creep me out. I remember one time I was sitting up here and I was thinking about what was I thinking about? I was thinking about, just getting out, going to the park and just and I didn't say nothing to him, but by the time I was getting ready to ask him if he wanted to do it, he came in here and he asked me if I wanted to do it. That day, y'all, that's when I realized that we had some type of connection. And it freaked me out so bad. You know, I didn't say nothing to him, but that day I was thinking about, oh shit, I gotta leave this alone because I don't know if this man voodooing me or if what's going on with this because ain't no way in hell he knew what I was thinking. Ain't no way in hell. And he used to do that shit all the time. He used to do that shit. I'd be thinking about some shit and he'd come right in and say it. And I used to be freaking out, but I would never show him that I was freaking out. So I'm thinking if he was doing it to me, I probably was doing it to him, which he probably didn't know how to handle it because like I tell y'all, he was a hoe before he met me. So he ain't never been in. I mean, I'm not gonna say he ain't been in a serious relationship, but he ain't been in a relationship where he cared so much for a woman to stop doing his hoish ways. And I think I was the first woman to do it for him. And I think the reason why he left is because some of those hoish ways was coming back on him, and he was feeling some type of way. And if that's the case, maybe when he gets it all out of his system, I don't know. Everybody keep asking me, if I would take him back, or they'll say some stuff like, if I was you, I wouldn't take him back. And my reply to them, well, thank God you're not me. You know, I don't know if I would take him back. I don't know what I would do, but all I know is he needs to come talk to me. If he doesn't come talk to me, then there's no reason to ask that question, because I can't take him back if he don't come. You know, he just needs to come sit down and have a conversation with me. No yelling, no fussing, you know, no argument. Just sit down like two grown adults and just have a conversation. Where that conversation leads, who knows? And if it leads in, you know, maybe we can just be friends or whatever else and keep it cordial, then that's fine by me too. You know, at the same time, he just need to be that grown ass man that I know he can be, because I know he can, because he's a grown ass man. And I'm just waiting on that grown ass man to show back the fuck up, because the person that I was dealing with those last few days and these couple of months, that's not a grown ass man. And I don't know what's wrong with him. But I do know this: when he shows back up, he's going to be that grown ass man for me again, regardless if we're just staying friends, or we restart, or we just cut ties and go our separate ways. For that moment, when we're having that conversation, he's going to be that grown ass man. And that's all I got to say. So I'm waiting on you. Be a grown ass man. I'm here. I'm not saying that, we can start, but I will always be your friend, and I will always love you. Always. That part is never going to change. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what God has in store for me right now. And I'm just trying to find out. I'm just going to work on my companies and see who He brings to me. Like I said before, may the best man win, because I'm the prize. He gonna be the prize too, but I'm the prize. I'm the prize. He didn't say when a woman finds a good man. He says when a man finds a woman. I'm not looking for nobody. They gotta find me. Bottom line. They just gotta come find me. I'm available, y'all. Come find me. All right. Wait. It's gonna be lit. All right, y'all. I'm getting out of here. I gotta go to bed. I gotta get up at 5 in the morning. I don't know why I'm playing. All right. Good night.